y'all, my name's Kanisha. Welcome back to my channel, and I am so excited for you guys to be here because we are going to be discussing a very exciting item. So, this item has been kind of rolling around the social media for a little bit since Urban Decay did a kind of launch party a little bit ago, and ever since then, I've seen a bunch of different YouTubers and beauty bloggers and vloggers discuss this new palette that is just out today. And so the palette that I am discussing is the Alex Through the Looking Glass palette by Urban Decay. So exciting. Now, what's funny about this palette, this is the box that it comes in here, which, I mean, how gorgeous is this packaging? I mean, seriously. The interesting thing about this palette is that my friend had actually showed me clips of it a while back, and I was like, oh, I'm not into those special edition palettes for Disney. No, thank you. And then somebody actually snapped it on their Snapchat page and just was discussing it after they received it in PR. And I was like, but wait, maybe I do need it. And so I was eagerly awaiting for its launch, which a couple sites had listed that it would be launching on May 1st on the Urban Decay's website. Was super jazzed to pick it up. I was ready to get it. And then I got an email from Ulta late last night that said it was launching today in store and online. And I was like, oh, wait, what? What are you saying to me? So I rushed out to my local Ulta this morning when they first opened, and I picked it up. And this is it. Ooh, I'm so excited. So when you get the box, it comes in this beautiful, beautiful decorative packaging. And then on the back, they kind of go into detail on the product, and it just has a little bit, I'll read it to you what it says. We can definitely relate to the Cheshire Cat's proclamation. We're all mad here. So when Disney asked us to jump down the rabbit hole with them again and collaborate on the Alice sequel, of course we said yes. Loaded with 20 all new shades, this limited edition palette is a trippy tribute to our favorite characters from the film. Alice, Mad Hatter, Morana, Erasabeth, not really familiar with the characters, and Time. Match up the columns to seal their looks or mix up these shades to create countless others. And so they just have it listed out on the back. This is Alice, Mad Hatter, Morana, Erasabeth, and Time. Gorgeous, gorgeous colors. So let's just get on to the actual palette. So this is it here. I'm so excited about it. And it has the beautiful kind of detailing on the front as we just saw. Same as the box. And then when you open it, you have a mirror, and you have almost as good as the shadows is this quote. It says, "I'm not strange, weird, off, nor crazy. My reality is just different from yours." I mean, seriously, could it get any better? Like, that really just struck me. Now, you have this beautiful quote here, as well as there's a little one here on the actual makeup palette. I know who I was when I got up this morning, but I must have changed several times since then. I could barely read it. I don't have my glasses on. So, now first to start, as you open, I'm going to try to stay in frame. As you open the package here, you have this gorgeous butterfly that pops out. It's like a 3D butterfly, which I think is just such a beautiful touch, and it's totally going to be displayed on my vanity. Absolutely. Now, the part that you all have been waiting for is the shadows. So, sorry, I'm trying to stay in frame. Let me just undo it. Ooh. So this drawer of shadows actually pulls all the way out, and then you have the shadows here. So you also get, very true to form with Urban Decay, you get a double-ended brush. I mean, I'll tell you guys about it, but honestly, I haven't even pulled it out of the palette. So there's like a fluffy shader brush, and then on this side, a smaller tapered blending brush, which the brushes are generally pretty nice in these palettes. But let's just get on to the good stuff, shall we? So we have 20 new shades here, and I'm going to go through and swatch them for us. Let's start with the first row, which I believe, let's see, just trying to get all the information here. So we'll start with the first row, which is Alice. And so we have, just show you, Looking Glass, Reflection, Dormouse, and Metamorphosis. So those are the shadows there. That is the first row. And then we'll just do a little swatchy on my hand. There we go there. So some of them not super pigmented, I found with just like a quick swatch, but they are totally blend, like you can build them up super easily. So I'll give you a little bit more to show you. So that's a better swatch there. So exciting. This middle shade, Reflection, will be a really pretty, I'll show you here. This one here, Reflection, is going to be a really pretty crease color. Metamorphosis is just a really interesting blue that I'm excited to try out. And then I was pleasantly surprised. As I saw like different swatches and stuff, I assumed that it was a super brightly pigmented palette, but there are quite a bit of neutrals in here. So I'm excited to kind of play with the neutrals as well. So aside from having a matte black color in the mix, which I think is pretty essential to a complete palette, there are some neutrals in here that can really make for an everyday eye, pop a color, you know, what have you. So anyway, we're going to move on to the next row. And so that's the Mad Hatter row. And that's this one here, this second row. So we have Hatter, what's that called? Gone Mad, Paradox, and Cake. I mean, now we're starting to talk about some serious pigmentation right there. So let's just kind of swatch these on my hand. Oh, this row is kind of sort of life. So we have those 4 shades there. This one is like an orangey peachy color. And it's coming up a little bit more peachy than it looks in the pan, at least on my skin tone. But that pink is gorgeous. The purple is gorgeous. Cake is gorgeous. Cake is an interesting pink color because it does have some reflex in it. Some sparkly reflex in it, kind of a blue sparkly reflex. And so it gives you this purple, pink shimmer situation that I'm all about that life. So let's move on to the third row, which is called Marana. And make sure I'm in focus. The first color is Lily, Duchess, Kingdom, and Chessboard. Chessboard is already one of my favorite colors. It's the perfect kind of like crease shade. Oh, I haven't even swatched all of these yet. Like, this is my first time swatching some of these. Chessboard, obviously, I've been into already. Okay, so those are those there. So pretty. Lily is way different than I anticipated. Lily in the pan looks very creamy, maybe with a sort of hint of pink, but when swatched, I mean, it's like purple. It's like a lilac pink shade. It's gorgeous. Oh, I wish I had known. I may have done a different eye look today, had I been aware of what Lily was gonna do to my life. That's so pretty. So again, that's the third row. So pretty. Ooh. I'm almost stuttering. I wasn't prepared. Like I went in and kind of swatched the ones that looked really interesting to me first, and then I just did my makeup. You know what I mean? Like I didn't even contemplate some of these other colors, but now swatching these other ones, I'm very, very excited. So, okay, let's move on. So the next row is Erase Beth, Erase Beth, Erasabeth. I have no idea. Feel free to leave me a comment down below if you're more familiar with that character than I am. But we're going to go into that person's row. And the first one is Heads Will Roll. Bandersnatch. That's an interesting one. Salazan Grum. And Royal Flush. So that's the fourth row. So stinking pretty. Okay. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Ooh, ooh. I knew I liked that one. Okay, these are way, way pigmented. It almost feels like the pigmentation is increasing as you go left or right in those vertical rolls. So pretty. So today I have a mix of Bandersnatch and Heads Will Roll on my leg for this super smoky kind of blue eye. But Salazan Grum is a prettiness that I hadn't anticipated that pretty. And then this Royal Flush should absolutely be in my inner corners right now. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Ooh. Maybe let's add a little bit to our inner corner right now because that's super pretty. Let's put a little Royal Flush in the inner corner. Yes, honey, yes. I'm digging it. Just for a little pop of something. Some of these definitely do better with your finger, I've noticed. We're really gonna just go ham on the inner corner right now. Ooh, ooh, I like it, I like it, I like it. Okay, so sorry, that was a little side note. And so now let's do the last row. And the last row is Time. This row right here. So first up we have Time, Dream On. What is that one called? Chronosphere, ooh, which I really like. And Mirror, both of which I really like, really, really like. Okay, so this is the last row. So pretty. I almost had Time all over my lid today because it was so pretty, and Mirror. Like I just couldn't decide, and I finally went with the other two because I'm like, I'll use those all the time. This brownie reflective one, Chronosphere, really pretty, really, really pretty. Now the only one in this palette that I have difficulty with is Dream On, and that's this one right there. It's an interesting color. Like it's definitely a purple sparkly color. Hands down, super easy to figure that out. But it's not heavily pigmented. So I almost wonder, or at least how I used it today, was to layer over top shadows in order to create more of a sparkly dimensional effect. Because on its own, I don't really know. I mean, I may have to use glitter glue to really make that pop on its own. But as I'm looking, I think Dream On, which is the one I'm talking about, laid over Mirror, is going to be a beautiful smoky gray eye. Ooh, super excited about that. Super excited about that. So this is the eye look that I came up with today. Let me just get my hair out of my way. And as you see, I added Royal Flush into my inner corners right there. And so I really like it. Add a little wing because, I mean, you know, who am I without my wing? No, I'm kidding. But I have to say, When I first dug into this palette, I was kind of rushing because I really wanted to get my makeup on, and so I could film this video for you guys because I'm gonna edit it and put it up tonight, hopefully. But as I'm multitasking, I need to stop. But as I really kind of swatched everything for you guys, just to kind of show you the palette and give you my thoughts on it, I am loving it even more. So the quality of the shadows, really, really good. Really good pigmentation. There's just maybe one or two that aren't so pigmented, you know what I mean, that I have to build it up just a little bit. I would say out of the palette, Reflection and Dream On were the only two that I would maybe have to really build up. Other than that, the pigmentation is absolutely there. The shadows are soft and they're not super powdery, which was interesting. I really expected them to have a lot of kick up as I put my brush in it or as I put my finger in it to swatch for you guys, but it's not terribly powdery at all. Once you kind of get everything on and get it going, I mean, the look turned out, this is like just a run of the mill. Let's be honest, I do a little too much occasionally. Let's get that eye on there. This is a fairly simple blue smoky eye, so nothing life-changing over this particular look, but with this palette you could create some really, really, really pretty looks. So like I said, today I used Bandersnatch and Heads Will Roll kind of mixed together to create this look, and then over top of it I laid over a Dream On just to get kind of that sparkly look, which I don't even really know if you guys can notice on camera. I'm really excited about this palette. I'm so glad that I went out to get it. So glad to be showing it to you guys right now. I'm excited. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Again, just thank you. Thank you so much for watching. So if you haven't subscribed already, I do want to mention, definitely go ahead and do so because you don't want to miss things like this. And if you have subscribed already, thank you so much. I'm so excited that you guys have come back to join us today. And like always, I love you. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, give it a big thumbs up. Other than that, I will see you in the next video.